Baik banget hari ini. I did one or two activities already. This is my second one. Jadi I'm excited for the podcast. Seorang putri, aku kurang tahu, tapi seorang putri Indonesia. I don't know, I don't think it can be defined. Aku rasa aku dan Melati Teja dan Sofi Kirana dan Harashta itu 4 orang yang berbeda. Bahkan kami dan senior-senior kami pun orang-orang yang berbeda, punya visi misi yang beda, punya karakter yang beda. But one thing we know is we're all trying our best in hopes for the betterment of ourselves and in hopes that we can inspire others. Menjadi seorang public figure, the responsibility is very big if you choose to, especially as a putri Indonesia. We have a saying, setahun menjabat selamanya menginspirasi. For me, it's more of a responsibility. Berarti setahun ini, there's a lot of things I need to do in order for me to be able to inspire for eternity. If I can define what I want to be as a Putri Indonesia, as someone that is inspiring, someone that is real, someone who has a big heart, someone who is here to contribute, and most importantly, just I hope by the end of my term, people would remember me as someone who always is themselves. I will always try to be myself at my fullest. Aku akan selalu menjadi diriku sendiri 100%. Aku akan selalu mencoba menjadi diriku sendiri 100%. And I really want to be someone that's relatable. Jadi ketika orang lain ngelihat aku, they can see, oh wow, I can really relate to that person. In that way, I can inspire others. This is very cliche, tapi aku betul-betul nggak nyangka sama sekali karena ini pageant internasional pertama aku, dan aku rasa umur aku cukup muda, and I competed with a lot of girls with more experience than me, especially in the pageant world, in the beauty industry. So I thought my chances were slim, given Cosmo itu belum ada queen sebelumnya. Jadi aku nggak tahu what Cosmo is looking for, the criteria to be a Cosmo queen. I didn't know. Aku inget banget waktu awal aku dateng, all I wanted to do was win. Karena sebelum aku kompetisi itu Harashta udah kompetisi and she won the crown. So I was like, I don't want to disappoint Indonesia. I don't want to disappoint my mentors. So my goal was just to win. I was so focused on winning. I forgot to have fun. Sampai akhirnya beberapa hari berlalu, I'm lucky roommate aku is someone that's really fun. She's really easy going. Jadi aku kayak aku kayak ngikut ke dia. So I remember mungkin di minggu kedua, all I wanted to do is have fun and make connections and actually live in the moment. I kind of just forgot about the crown, I forget about the title, and I forget about winning. I know I'm very lucky, but I know all of my mentors, they don't put expectations onto me. They don't put their burdens onto me, because I kept on remember them saying, enjoy aja ta, have fun. Your transformation is already amazing. You work hard already. We're already so proud of you. Jadi kamu enjoy aja. And I feel like I have the blessings from them to just be myself and to just have fun. Tapi note, ini tanpa disregarding my responsibility ya. I still have fun and I still do my responsibility. But yeah, that night when I won, it's really weird for me. If I can talk about my feelings, it's a lot of mixed feelings, because the greatest night of my life by far could be the worst night for some girls. Aku tahu beberapa dari kompetitor atau the other queens, it was their last pageant, their last chance, their last resort in the pageantry. And I don't know, it's just a really mixed feelings because I grew really close with some of them. But no, I did not expect to win that night. Paling berkesan ya, it's really hard. Sebenarnya aku setiap ditanya kayak gini, jawaban aku selalu beda. Karena I really can't choose. Tapi yang paling berkesan kalau dipikir-pikir lagi, preliminary. setelah jury session, karena preliminary kita itu cuma beberapa hari sebelum grand final. Jadi yang aku ingat setelah preliminary, most of the girls, we grew closer to each other. Bahkan aku jadi deket sama girls that I didn't really talk to before, yang aku nggak terlalu ngobrol sebelumnya. We grew closer that time karena we thought and we realized beberapa hari lagi we will not see each other anymore. And it's such a waste kalau kita nggak bisa jadi teman, we couldn't make that connection. And we were overflowing with sadness, the realization that we have to part ways. Mungkin itu yang paling berkesan untuk karantina, but overall, if you ask my journey in Miss Cosmo, yang paling berkesan, the things that I will never forget is during the whole preparation, karena banyak banget yang bantuin, even people I never thought of before, dan mereka bantuin aku without benefiting themselves, so I just feel really loved and celebrated at that time. Because I'm the first, I'm the one that sets the standard. And no, I will not pressure myself just to, you have to set the standard high so it will be harder for the next queen. No, I want to set the standard high because that's what Cosmo deserves and that's what I deserve. When I set the standard high, I'm not only setting it for Cosmo, but I'm setting it for myself. When I reach a certain point, a certain height, all I have to do is go higher than that. So in that way, I keep on reaching further, I keep on going further, and I keep on surprising myself. Kayak sekarang, aku baru selesai rangkaian Homecoming, dan bahkan sebelum Homecoming, my agenda in Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh City is quite busy. And then met with Homecoming, and now in Jakarta, I haven't really had much rest. And it's surprising that I still can keep going. It's just these kind of things every day. I keep on surprising myself with things I never thought I would be able to do. Jadi mungkin pressure-nya is to set the standard high, but not for anyone else, but for me. It's for myself. Well, kalau perbedaan kultur kerja, I don't think I have much to say karena di Vietnam aku baru pernah kerja sama Miss Cosmo Organization, sedangkan di Indonesia aku cuma pernah kerja sama Yayasan Putri Indonesia. And I don't think it can represent the nation as a whole, the country as a whole. But the differences would be maybe the time spent in Indonesia. I work with Yayasan Putri Indonesia longer, so it feels more of a hanging out than working. Sedangkan the Miss Cosmo, it's quite new to me, and everything is it feels like a working place. Cosmo, aku baru kerja sama Cosmo, it's only been 1 month, so we still have a lot of time to catch up and get to know each other better. The differences in cultures, I don't really know, but differences in general is just the language. In Indonesia, it's easier because it's my mother tongue, it's my mother language. It's easier for me to explain stuff, but whereas it in Miss Cosmo, I have to explain it in English, and then it's harder. I need to be more detailed, more specific in things I want or in things they want. So maybe it's just that. I would not know, tapi yang aku tahu mungkin aku tidak akan berkembang sepesat ini. I wouldn't have a lot of opportunities like I have now. Aku mungkin gak akan jadi no. I feel like I wouldn't have the mindset I have now, because I would not be faced with the obstacles I faced when I was crowned as Putri Indonesia Tourism. Permata akan jadi seorang seperti apa, I would not know. But all I know is I like the new me, but I also love the old me. I love the old me where I might be doubtful, I might be a negative person, but I always think of others. I always try to be kind, and that's what I try to keep now. I was always someone that's full of hope, even though I have small dreams because I have doubts with myself, but I always have big hopes. And then when you're faced with the world, turns out the world is not just fun and games. There are a lot of things that just brings you down and just sort of breaks your heart and your hopes. So I still want to be the old Permata that has big hopes, but now I am Permata that still has big hopes and now has big dreams and now trust myself more and now have more confidence and now have the chance to also inspire others to do the same and be the same. I don't mind whatever they think of me, but I want to be known as someone that's warm. Yes, right now I'm a public figure, but what matters the most to me is the image I left to those that close to me and those that I respect and I love. Aku mau mereka tahu, dan when I'm gone or when I'm far, I want them to think of me as their rock, as someone that they can trust, as someone that they can rely on, as someone that's always going to be there for them. I would rather to be known and to be close with those that I love and respect rather than to have a global image, but not a single of them knew me personally. Jadi maybe I don't know, I just want them to remember me the way I am right now. I hope that I have shown those people that I love that I do love them and I do respect them, and I will never do anything to hurt them in purpose. Yeah, someone that's just warm and reliable. Aku inget banget awal-awal menjabat sebagai Putri Indonesia Pariwisata, setiap interview atau setiap ada public appearance, I always try to be like my seniors. Aku pengen meet the standard of a Putri Indonesia, aku pengen meet the standard of a beauty queen. I want to talk like them, I want to walk like them. In a way, I lost my character. And I remember I hate the first few months because I feel like I'm not being me. I feel like I try so hard to be someone that I'm not, and I'm not even happy with the results. But now, I don't know what month is it now, udah bulan keberapa aku menjabat sebagai Putri Indonesia Pariwisata. All I kept on remembering, people say, is just be you. Coba jadi diri kamu sendiri, jangan jadi orang lain. And I keep on saying the same thing too, but I never actually knew what that meant until I go to Miss Cosmo. When I went there, the girls are just very full of personalities, and it inspired me to bring up sides of me that I never show in public. And it just feels very free. It feels like therapy, and it feels really great. So if I can motivate you, if you are interested to join Putri Indonesia, and if I can give you a lesson or tips and tricks, is to actually be you. That's your selling point, that's your plus point, because when you try to be someone else, then that means you're the same as someone else. But when you show your true colors and what you believe and who you are and your uniqueness, your authenticity, no one will ever match that. No one can ever compete with you because there's only one you. Jadi maybe it's not my experiences, it's not motivation, maybe it's just tips or tricks. If you are going to enroll, don't forget to just be you. Have that faith and trust in yourself that just being you is enough to make people interested in you, to make people listen to you. Just being you is more than enough.
Thank you, Tante, buat waktunya. Bye-bye.
Bye!